Hi, hello. My name is Keith. Welcome to the channel. I'm hoping to help give you some extra tools on your quest throughout this dimension. +3 armor, maybe some +1 attack, maybe some +4 sorcery. I don't know. Anywho, I'm glad you found yourself here. Let's get into it. All right. There's 3 signs. There's 3 big ones. There's a whole bunch. Actually, there are an infinite amount, but there are 3 big ones. First one. Here we go. The first sign is crystal clear vision of what you want to manifest. I'm talking crystal clear here, not a strong feeling. I'm talking a feeling and a sight, right? I want crystal clear focus and an intuitive feeling, right? You will see this thing clearly on a level that matches all the potentials of existence, and the masculine and the feminine, right? The masculine is your acute, your feminine is your intuition. That's sort of the general awareness. Your vision will be so crispy clear that you will have both of these locked in. Perfect sight and perfect intuition. It's not a vague idea. It's about having detailed pictures in your mind. For instance, if your goal is a successful career, it's not just about success. It's about envisioning the specific job, the kind of work you're doing, the environment that you're in, even the emotions associated with achieving that success, right? So it's the exact crystal clear things of what you're doing, again, masculine, and the feeling that emanates from the doing, the feminine. Did I get those? Did I say feminine twice? You know what I mean. So check this out. So just take a moment to reflect on your goals. That's really all you got to do. Are they specific goals? Are they well defined? You tell me. How easy is it to recreate that thing in your mind? But not just the end goal of what you want. How clear is it to envision the steps that you're taking along the way? How clear is it to envision yourself waking up at a certain time, going to bed at a certain time, reading certain things, not reading certain things? How easy is it for you to paint that picture in your mind? Or 2, positive alignment. The second, positive alignment of thoughts, emotions, and actions. Manifestation isn't just wishful thinking. It's about aligning your entire being towards your goals. I'm going to get into that. Let me go a lot. What does aligning your entire being mean? This is what people in this realm call raising your frequency to get what you want. But it's not, but I'm going to take it further than that. Most of the time, yes, the frequency has to go up somewhat, but there's also some sideways. Right? There's also alternate ups that we can access, and that's what I want to talk to you about, which is it's not just going up, it's about matching what you want. And matching what you want isn't just thinking about what you want. It's about existing as if that thing is that you want. We talked about scripting on this channel. Scripting is a beautiful way to get your underlying your base frequency that broadcasts into the world, because that's the thing that's gonna draw in or push away things that you like or things that you don't like. Your underlying base frequency, the thing that is you when you're even trying to hide, that thing that's coming deep from the subconscious, that is a summation of your thoughts, your actions, what you've read, what you haven't done, everything that's influenced you since your day of birth, and probably further than that, in some way dials in the frequency that you emit. Now, if you have that dialed into what you want, that means 24/7, the signal that you broadcast is gonna come out. It's gonna overflow from you in the words that you use. It's gonna overflow from you in the emotions that tend to dominate your psyche. It's gonna overflow from you in how you handle the relationships around you. Or am I making sense? Your subatomic frequencies emanate out of you, but it's not just a woo-woo thing. It's not just wishful thinking. It actually changes the way you direct yourself in the world, and therefore how the world directs itself towards you. It's very simple stuff. So you say you're manifesting better health. It's not just about saying I'm healthy. It's aligning your thoughts by scripting. We covered all my notes. Come on, Keith, where are your notes at? We're flying through these things. Actions to check in with it. Are your thoughts, emotions, and actions in harmony with your goals? And I know that might be oversimplified, but sometimes we got to keep it simple, baby. Kiss it. Just keep it simple. And that's all it takes. Now 3, this is a big one. This is a cool one that most of us, I think a lot of us are aware of, but it's nice to have a refresher, right? I feel like we've been doing a lot of stuff on this channel lately where we're like scripting and we're diving into these ancient texts and we're getting super heady, and it's like we're on the leaves of the tree right now, extending, we're at the blossoms of the tree, meeting the bees and stuff like that. And sometimes we got to bring it in and go back to the basics, go back to the roots, and that's what I would synchronicities and opportunities, right? The third sign is the presence of synchronicities and unexpected opportunities in your life. When you're on the right path, you may notice things falling into place seemingly by chance. So hear me out. Let me go further into that. The key note that I wrote down here was you may notice things falling into place, because things are always falling into place for you. Not always. I don't really believe in ultimatums on that level, but they're always falling into place as in the opportunities are always presenting themselves. We're always presenting themselves. Every conversation you have, every conversation you don't have, but the problem is because we haven't crossed off the first number 1 and 2, we haven't aligned our internal frequency with what we want properly. We don't resonate with what we want. Resonance is massive. Resonance is what makes you notice the synchronicity. And if you don't know what resonance is the shared, the harmonious synchronization of two neighboring objects, right? So, think of when the singer sings into the glass and matches the frequency of the glass with the voice, right? Because your voice is a frequency. You tune into that glass. You sing loud enough with enough amplification. You start to vibrate the glass. Add more amplification. The glass vibrates so hard that it breaks, right? But you can only get the glass to break if you match the frequency of the glass. In other words, by matching the frequency, you have now created resonance, which is movement. Resonance is the ability to stimulate another object without physically touching it. You just stimulate it by using a frequency. This is basic physics. So what happens is when you start to do the scripting, when you start to aligning your thoughts and actions and your emotions with the thing that you want, that makes the most sense to you. The nuances is totally up to you. But when you start to match that up, whenever a synchronistic event lines up that's on the path of what you want, you're going to feel it more. You're going to feel it more because it's going to literally vibrate against you. It's going to resonate with you. You're going to, it's not that you're having more synchronicities. You're just having more sensitivity to the synchronicities that are in alignment with what you want. And most people don't take the time to really dial in what they want, like we talked about before, writing it down. What does it taste like? What does it smell like? They haven't done the work to where they get opportunities that match what they want, but they don't feel it. They're not summoned to it. They don't resonate with it. How could they? Because they're broadcasting a totally different frequency from what they want. Back to the singer in the glass. The singer can sing as loud as they want. But if it's not the same frequency of the glass isn't going to shatter. You know what I mean? The glass, unless the vibrations on the countertop tip the glass over and the glass shatters that way, but that's sort of cheating. You've shook the table. Anywho, you guys follow what I'm saying? Is this making sense? All right. Perhaps you meet, okay, so here's an action step. So stay open to unexpected opportunities and pay attention to synchronicities. But again, I've sort of, these are just little staple notes for me to go off of. They could be the universe's way of guiding you towards your manifestations. The universe, yes. Bear with me. The universe isn't conscious in that way. The universe isn't conscious in the way that you and I are conscious, where it's like, hey, I wish you the best and I hope you do well. The universe isn't that conscious in that way. The universe is conscious in the way that photons are conscious to whether or not you're looking at them with that split, what is it called when you look at the photon and it's a particle and then you look away and it's a wave. It exists in both states at the same time depending upon whether or not you're looking at it. You know that experiment? Look into it if you haven't come across it. But point being, it's conscious enough and that it reacts to attention and awareness, which is energy. So it abides by the laws. You program yourself with a particular vibration. The summation of everything that you are, and now 24/7 emanates this information. Some call it the electromagnetic field, some call it the aura. Doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. It's information that is emanated from your soul. And inside that information is who you are. And when you bump up into certain people on some type of level, they can translate that information. It's not always clear because a lot of people aren't tapped in, or some people don't listen well enough. But if people who are really tapped in, they can be around someone and be like, oh, this person is experiencing extreme sorrow. Oh man, the way that person answered my question, their eyes like went out of focus and then they came back, like as if they left themselves when they answered, like, oh, did you lose your mom? And then and their eyes go out of focus. Like, oh man, you can tell it's killing them. They lost their mom. It's killing them. They completely blacked out for a split second and they didn't even realize it. Like little cues like that. That's what awareness is. It can be as woo-woo as like just having a sudden feeling strike your heart if you're, on some next level. But it can be as simple and as practical as noticing little cues with people. Again, it's what you're resonating with. It's resonating is the key to manifestation. It's the key to getting what you want. It's the key to synchronicities. It's the key to everything. Because that tells you all you gotta do is you gotta match you gotta tune yourself to that frequency, and you will pick up more. You want to have a conversation with someone and you really want to see how they're feeling. Okay, I'm going to tune in. When I have this conversation, I'm going to tune in to what they're saying, how they feel when they say it. And what does that mean? That means when I talk to them, I'm not listening so that I can just repeat something. I'm not listening and then totally forgetting everything they said and just interjecting my own story or my own criticism or my own whatever. Like the people who just like to hear themselves talk and they love having conversations, not because they love talking to people, but because they love talking, right? That's not a conversation. A real conversation is where you try to resonate with something the person is saying, which means you have to listen and pay attention and respond, not have a premeditated response, but have zero response until they say something to you, and then compute, okay, I'm going to run it through my filter, my logical filter. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to run it through my heart filter and give them a thoughtful response and see what I can feel that's coming off this person. Again, that's because I'm tuning into a different frequency of the conversation. You could tune into the type of conversation that's just shallow and how's the weather? Or you can change. Most of the time, my frequency with conversations is how is the weather? But I'm still listening, and they might say something important, or they might tell me what they're doing with a little more enthusiasm than your average person, and I'll be like, oh, that was interesting. Let's go there. Let's dig deeper there. And all right, so we're conversations back and forth. You sort of you explore what's going on with the other person. Anywho, I'm getting off topic. Topic is, what was it? That's right. The three signs that you're manifesting what you want. Your ability to see it, the positive alignment, the synchronicities and opportunity. All right, so to sum it up, clarity of vision, positive alignment, presence of synchronicities are all positive indicators that you're on the right path to manifesting your desires. Bada bing, bada boom. And remember, manifestation is a journey. Life is a journey, not a destination. So embrace the process. Try to stay positive. Continually realign yourself with your goals, because sometimes we get caught up in the jumble. Like I said before, this isn't necessarily a love and light channel. I understand it. Don't by all means, do not try to stay positive all the time. And that's a whole nother rabbit hole for a whole different video that we can go into if you want. That'd be a good one if you guys. Hey, what's a good philosophy in spirituality, Keith? that is, hey, stay positive, but also acknowledges that there's just as much darkness in the world as light. And how do I proceed knowing that? How do I stay positive when upwards of half of existence, if not more, is negative and dark and depressing? How do we go about that? That's a great question. That could be the ultimate question. And I'm happy to make a video on that. If you want me to, let me know. But otherwise, stay up. If you made it this far in the video, I would love it if you guys subscribed or liked or left a comment. Let me know, share it with anyone that you think might get the benefit out of it. What else? Leave your thoughts and experiences with manifestation. Are you guys getting woo-woo with it? Are you lighting candles and doing seances and freaking scripting? I don't go deep as seances and things like that, but I'm down for the scripting, which has been a godsend. If you guys haven't gotten in on the scripting yet, get down on the scripting, please. Please. Until next time, stay up. Keep manifesting your dreams, baby. This is Keith, your man of letters, signing off.